King Tutankhamun was the 12th pharaoh of the 18th Egyptian dynasty. He was 9 years old at the time. His greatest accomplishment was making the creator god, Amun, the official god of Egypt. Tutankhamun is most famous for the copious amounts of jewels and gold found in his tomb by Howard Carter in 1922 in the Valley of the Kings. His death is one of the greatest mysteries of all time. Was it a brutal murder or an unfortunate infection? He was only 19 when he died. The mummification process is one of the most famous inventions of the ancient Egyptians. It was their solution for preventing the flesh bodies from decaying. The soaking of the body in salt for 40 days was the first step. Then came the removing of the brain and all other organs except the heart. The Egyptians believed the heart was where the soul resided, and it was needed for the afterlife. Lastly, in wrapping the body in linen cloth and enclosing it in a precious sarcophagus, it was the conclusion in ensuring the soul to have a preserved body in the afterlife. The Valley of the Kings is located in Upper Egypt near the city of Thebes. It was discovered in the 19th century by archaeologists. The Valley of the Kings is an underground cemetery containing the tombs of 62 of the greatest rulers of ancient Egypt, including Tutankhamun. Many of the tomb's walls are covered in paintings and hieroglyphics. However, most of the tombs were unfinished due to the sudden deaths of the particular rulers. The Nile River is the longest river in the world at 4,200 miles long. Only 22% of it runs through Egypt, and the rest runs through Sudan, Tanzania, Uganda, and the Dominican Republic of the Congo. It begins in Lake Victoria and runs north to the Nile Delta. Without the Nile and its beneficial resources, Egypt would not exist today. The Great Pyramid of Giza was built around 2560 BC for the tomb of Pharaoh Khufu. It stands at 480 feet tall and 13 acres wide. Covered in limestone with granite on the inside, the Great Pyramid of Giza was made of 2,300,000 individual blocks of stone. It took 22 to 23 years to build. It is the only one of the 7 wonders still standing today. Hatshepsut was the first female pharaoh who ruled during the New Kingdom. She wore a headdress, false beard, and a kilt to appear more like a man. During her rule, she expanded trade and built amazing temples. However, when her son took the throne, he had her image erased and she mysteriously disappeared. Hieroglyphics were types of symbols used to keep written documents about the economy and royal information. There were 2 types of hieroglyphics: phonetic signs that represented writing sounds, and ideograms that were used to represent an idea. They could be written on tombs, statues, and even used as formal writing. Amun-Re was the great lord of all Egyptian gods. He was a combination of the creator god Amun and the sun god Re. Amun-Re was so powerful it was believed that pharaohs were granted the right to rule by him. The Sphinx is one of the largest statues in the world. It is a monument of the head of a pharaoh to represent wisdom and the body of a lion to represent power. It is still undecided if the Sphinx was built for Pharaoh Khufu or Pharaoh Khafre. The Rosetta Stone was founded in 1799 by the French soldiers of Napoleon Bonaparte in Rosetta, Egypt. It is a flat, black stone covered in 3 types of writings. At the top, there are hieroglyphics, then Demotic scripture, and finally cursive writing in Greek. The Rosetta Stone helped the French to decipher hieroglyphics. Today, it can be found in the British Museum.